constructing a three-dimensional cube. Just start out with that cube laid out in a two-dimensional space, cut it out, fold it up, glue it together, and then once you do that, you can make all kinds of really pretty cool things. So I'm going to go through how you cut it out, and how you fold it up, glue it together. Here's an example of a print that I found by Vasily Kandinsky, and layered it on top of the net, folded it up, and you get these really nice cubes. Now to do this, I suggest that you get a drawing program. I like to use CorelDRAW. It says here it costs $500. You can actually get it through an educator discount for $120. You need some good glue to use to glue these things together. They're printed out on 110-pound cardstock. You glue it together, use that blue gel glue, make it really shiny by using this crystal clear enamel. Alright, so what do? Print out the net on 110-pound cardstock. It's called the net because it kind of, imagine that you can set that cube on top of the cardstock and fold up that paper around the cube, so it kind of, in essence, captures the cube like a net. So you cut it out, and then you cut very neatly, very carefully along the lines. If you have a sharp angle to cut out, don't cut around the angle, but cut into the angle from both directions, like that. And you can remove that piece and just go around the shape. Speed up the video here a little bit. So once you cut it out, you have to create creases along each of the lines. You fold them up, you fold the creases back and forth to make it really flexible. Add some glue to it, fold it up, glue it together. This is just one platonic solid of 5 platonic solids. I'm going to show you a photo on the end of the other 4 platonic solids plus this one. The ancient Greeks believed that the 5 platonic solids represented the 5 elements of their world. Alright, so there's the shape cut out. So I have to crease it. And what you need is, so first of all, I put it on top of the file folders to create a soft surface, which I can press, and I use this meat thermometer. It has a really nice point on it. It's not too sharp, but it's sharp enough to create the crease. You use a ballpoint pen, that works nicely. Hopefully it doesn't have any ink left in it. You can use a ballpoint pen. Just take a ruler, line up carefully with the lines. You have to leave a little space. So you don't put the ruler right on the line, but just leave a tiny space there to fit whatever tool you're using to crease it, so that it creases right on that line. So you just go through and create the creases. So once it's all creased, you fold the net back and forth along each crease, so make it really flexible so that you can fold it up on the creases and glue it together. Just go back and forth several times. Okay, and I like to use this Elmer's School gel glue, this blue gel. It provides enough time so that you can glue the pieces together. It doesn't dry too fast, but it dries quickly enough so that you're not left there forever waiting for it to dry. Well, all I do is put some glue onto an extra piece of cardstock, and then I take another scrap of cardstock and in essence paint it onto the tabs. You don't want to put too much glue on it, just enough so it covers the tab. Then fold the tab over. Now you can fold it inside, put the glue on the other side, and get the tabs to go inside the face of the cube. A little bit harder to do. You have to practice that a bit to do that. And I kind of like this design where the tabs are on the outside. Alright, so speed this up. And the glue is nice because it rubs off. If you get it on, so you get some extra glue onto the face, just rub it off, it comes right off. It doesn't take the ink with it. Just go around, add some glue, fold it up, hold it in place for a little while. And as you start to form the shape, it's easier to glue together because the cube holds the faces in place. Glued together. And this is the last piece. You just want the tab to contact the face. You just press it down just a little bit. Alright, so once you have the cubes put together, you can make all kinds of things. This is called a Mentor sponge. It's made of 20 cubes, and then you make another cube of 20 cubes. And if you make 20 of those, you can build those up to build an even larger cube. It's called a Mentor sponge. You can make them out of paper. So I have played around with just paper and not the cardstock. In the beginning, I kind of liked this design, but I've kind of moved away from it and just don't like it. And in this case, I was gluing it together so the tabs ended up on the outside. And I'm just not liking the way that it looked. I'm going to show you how I moved away from that. This is one piece of a Soma puzzle. And so now, going back to the Kandinsky prints, if you want that shiny surface to show up, you use this crystal clear enamel, and you can either spray it on each face or paint it on. I'm going to show you how I painted on the faces in just a moment. You want to get that face to be all shiny like that. So what you do is take this crystal clear enamel. It took me a while to find the right coating to use. Something that didn't make the ink run, something that was easy to apply, something that dried fairly quickly. it turns out that this crystal clear enamel is perfect for that. So there's one of the faces all shiny. Eventually those brush strokes, if you use the brush, over time will blend in. You can't even see them. So I just take some of it and I spray it into one of the caps. I have a brush that I use. Let's get some of the enamel onto the brush. And you need to do this in a well-ventilated area. This is not a well-ventilated area that I'm in right now. I'm just going to do this just a tiny bit to show you. So brush it on. Now the first application dries very quickly. So you can put a second application on almost immediately. It takes, I don't know, it takes 3, 4, 5 applications sometimes. You just have to keep putting it on until you're happy with how it looks. Once you start applying it, once you have several applications, it takes a while for it to dry. It can take up to half an hour, 45 minutes to dry. So you can see how quickly this one dried. So I'm going to put more enamel on it right now. Dry. Just go ahead and put some more on. When you put enough of it on, you can actually get it to be as shiny as this looks. I'm going to finish putting this part on. Like that. So just put it down. Let it dry. And it looks the way that you want it to look. You are done. Alright, so here's some nets. This is the net for a cube. These are the 5 platonic solids. This is a tetrahedron and an octahedron nets. This is a dodecahedron net. And this is an icosahedron net. So those are the 5 platonic solids. Then you can make Archimedean solids. And you can make Catalan solids, and that's the ring that's on the outside. The ring, the multicolored ring on the inside are the Archimedean solids, and on the outside are the Catalan solids. This is a Menger sponge once again. So you build that up. This is the one that I was making out of paper. And I didn't like that, so I found another print that I liked. And I'm making this one out of cardstock, and I'm folding it so the tabs do not fold out, but they actually end up right against the cube. This is a Soma cube. There are 7 different pieces for the puzzle put together to make that cube, and you can make a variety of different shapes. And then finally you can make really difficult shapes. This one took me forever to make. It was really hard, but it turned out really well. There's tons of different directions. I've attached a PDF file to this video that you can use to go to lots of different resources.